you're a chocolate lover, this recipe is for you because this chocolate cake is decadent, moist, fluffy, and very delicious. I'm a huge chocolate lover myself, and I always go for the easiest and the simplest recipes just like this one. I have a few chocolate recipes you can check up here or in the description box to try out many variations of chocolate cake. To get started, you're going to preheat your oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Then you're going to line 2 9-inch pans with parchment paper, and I've also sprayed my pans. If you don't have the 9-inch pans, you can use one 8-inch pan or 2 6-inch pans. To your bowl, you're going to add in your dry ingredients. So I'm going to add in some all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, half a cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon baking soda, and salt. Using a whisk, I'm going to whisk in the dry ingredients together to combine. Once the dry ingredients are fully combined, I'm going to keep aside. Then now it's time for my wet ingredients. To my bowl, I'm going to crack in 2 eggs, vanilla essence, milk, 3/4 cup of neutral cooking oil. Whisk in the wet ingredients to fully combine. Once combined, I'm going to keep aside and pick my dry ingredients. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry, and using your whisk, you're going to whisk until everything is fully combined. Make sure to go to the bottom of the bowl because you want all the dry ingredients fully combined with the wet. Once everything is fully combined, you're going to add in 1 tablespoon of instant coffee to some boiling water. Stir in the instant coffee until fully combined. Add it to your bowl and slowly whisk in until fully combined with the butter. The coffee is going to add a very intense coffee flavor to our chocolate cake, making it very delicious. This is how my butter is looking. It's nice and smooth, so I'm ready to transfer the butter to my tins. So I'm going to pick my already lined baking tins and transfer the butter halfway. Whenever you are adding butter into the baking tins, make sure not to go past halfway because the butter will spill while baking in the oven, and you don't want a messy oven. So I'm ready to bake my cakes, and I'm going to be baking for 30 minutes. If you're using an 8-inch pan, you're going to be baking for 50 minutes. And if you're using a 6-inch pan, you're going to be baking for 25 to 30 minutes. Check if your cake is ready. You're going to insert a skewer in the middle of the pan, and once the skewer comes out clean, the cake is cooked to perfection. Also, you can check the sides of the tin. If the cake is fully released from the tin, it's also perfectly cooked. The next step is to cool your cakes for 10 minutes before inverting. So I'm going to place in my beautifully baked chocolate cake on my cooling rack. My chocolate cakes are completely cool, and I'm going to be making a very simple frosting for my cakes. So I'm going to be using some icing sugar, whipping cream, and vanilla for my frosting. To my mixing bowl, I'm going to be adding in a cup of whipping cream, icing sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla essence to add in some flavor. Using a hand mixer, you're going to whip up the whipping cream until soft peaks. My vanilla whipping cream is ready, and this is how soft peaks usually look like. So once the whipping cream is ready, you're going to place aside. I'm going to use my spatula and fill in my piping bag all the way up with some delicious vanilla whipping cream. Once done, I'm going to unfold the sides of the piping bag and press down so that the whipping cream can go all the way down. Place your chocolate cake, and because it's not even, I'm going to trim off a little bit of one side, just like that. Next, you're going to pick your piping bag and add in some whipping cream to the cake, just like that. Using a palette knife, you're going to level up the whipping cream on the chocolate cake. Once done, just like that, I'm going to place my other piece of chocolate cake on top. Make sure it's aligned with the bottom one. Then I'm going to pick my whipping cream and repeat with the top layer. Don't add in too much because you're going to use a palette knife, and spread the whipping cream on the cake. Use the turntable to help you evenly distribute the whipping cream on the cake, just like that. Once done, use your palette knife and go to the sides, just like that. Because I'm making a naked cake, I'm going to add in some whipping cream all around the cake, and using my palette knife, I'm going to scrape off the excess as I move the turntable around. On my whipping cream, I'm going to place in some cookies, just to add in some extra vibe to my chocolate cake. After frosting your cake, you're going to let your chocolate cake sit in the fridge for around 30 minutes so that the frosting can set. It has been around 2 hours making my chocolate cake, and it's looking so beautiful. I'm going to slice myself a piece of this decadent chocolate cake. Using a cake knife, I'm going to lift up my chocolate cake, and wow, look how fluffy my chocolate cake is looking. So good. The cake is very moist, it's fluffy. The chocolate flavor is just top notch, and the frosting is just perfect. So this is a cake worth trying, and I absolutely love how my chocolate cake has turned out, and I hope you'll be trying out this very easy chocolate cake recipe at home. Maybe you can serve for your guests, for dessert, and everyone will surely enjoy. Catch you on my next episode.